You ready, Franny? Here we go. Nothing huge or interesting today. I'm just taking a short 1.5 mile hike out to Burney Creek to do a little fishing. Just me and Franny. It's my birthday, and I was feeling a little cooped up. So with nothing else to do, I decided to just go fishing. So here I go. Get tired of waiting for me? Am I not going fast enough for you, Franny? My wheels are fast, but your legs are faster. Just me, the trail, and Franny. And that's perfectly fine with me. Hopefully this little downhill section will give me a break from all this pumping. A little bit of a break. That was a very long, slow grind up that last hill. Yeah, not much of a break at all. Keep pumping, Montgomery. Don't get soft on me now. Here we are to the next trail we turn off. So we're heading left, which will continue heading west towards the town of Burney, as well as towards Burney Creek. Although the section of creek we're heading for is a good mile north. Only about a half mile across to the west, and then a mile north from my back fence through the forest. Oh, thank God for coasting. It's a gorgeous day here in Johnson Park. We happen to be rolling through the Black Ranch area, which is just a few miles northeast of the town of Burney, and it separates the town of Burney from my little town of just 400 people, and that's the town of Johnson Park. While Johnson Park is barely a speck on the map, the closest nearest town of Burney has a nice, very small but nice population of about 3,200, mostly truly amazing, phenomenal, great people. You know, there's always a few bad ones in the bunch, but they're very few and far between up here, especially for such a small town. Glad I can steer around that rock. Couldn't have done that before without the steering pegs. Thank you, Grit, for overnight shipping them to me to make sure they would be here in time for my last 3-day solo trip out into the forest, where I wilderness camped along Burney Creek for 3 days. Oh boy, this is another real rocky section. Boy, I'm really happy to be able to steer and maneuver my way through that. That would have been very rough. Without that steering peg, I could have gotten launched off the trail, as has happened a few times and been caught on camera. So, what a great addition to my freedom chair that this steering peg has been. I would say those steering pegs, but because I only needed one, Grit worked with me to only send me one, a refurbished one out of a pair, to save me some money. So while most people would obviously use a pair, I only need one, and one works fantastically for me. Gives me no problems at all. Well, we're moving out faster than I thought. We're already to the Great Shasta Rail Trail. Man, that came up quick. Of course, I've been talking for the last 10 minutes. That always helps pass time. Alright, let's get up this long, steep grade. Oh, there we go. And another mile that direction to get to Burney Creek. So I have a choice. Do I want to travel the Great Shasta Rail Trail, which is nice and flat and relatively smooth, but it's cinder, and so it's therefore very soft, and the wheels sink in and you kind of have a miserable slog, and it's uphill the entire way. All the way to our turnoff point is uphill. So I might come back this way and use the downhill, but I think I'm going to use the forest trail today. It's been a while since I went this route. So we're going to go this way. We're going to head off the Great Shasta Rail Trail, or actually bypass it, and we're going to just follow this forest trail. And there's a few times it has branches, and there's all kinds of dirt bike trails that crisscross throughout this whole area. I know them all pretty well. Getting a little downhill speed. Nice to pick up a little speed every once in a while. Feel the wind on your face, and then it goes away. This area through here tends to get completely underwater because there's a natural depression through here that makes the water pool up. And it can be pretty rough, as you can probably tell. Glad I didn't have to go through that when it was full of water. Although I've gotten video of me doing it. I've also got video of me almost getting stuck in it, which was rather humorous. I thought I was going to have to dismount and crawl through the mud while dragging my chair behind me, which I've sadly, not surprisingly, had to do before, because I do tend to put myself and my wheelchairs into some pretty ridiculous situations and predicaments. Here is another area that completely washes out, but luckily most times of the year you can take this little bypass side trail and not get too much underwater. But again, I've had to do that with this chair, and it's gnarly. But this chair, I'll tell you, it's a beast. There is not much it can't do. This is my first real trail ride since my 3-day solo adventure 2 weeks ago. So it's been a solid 2 weeks, if not a few more days, since I've gone on a real ride, because that ride beat me up. Let me tell you, that ride really kicked my arse. Between the extra miles the type of roadway I was traversing, the backflip, getting lost and adding an extra 2 miles to my trip. It all meant that I needed a good solid week or two off. And I've still gone kayaking twice this week. So it's not like I've been sitting at home doing nothing. Although that first week I got home, I didn't do anything. I didn't even so much as unpack my big gear bag until the Friday after the Sunday I got home. So 5 days later. And then I spent the whole next week mostly off, just doing videos and uploading and editing, and that definitely kept me quite busy for a while. And I just was kind of not in the mood to get back on the chair. But again, that 3-day solo trip really beat me up. So today I figured would be as good a day as any to get back in the saddle and hit the road. Oh, I'm in the soft stuff there. That's like powder. Let's go a little further, Franny. And all she had her mind on was some fresh fish for tonight. Okay. Here we are. My favorite super secret fishing spot on Burney Creek. As we're kind of heading back towards home now, but as has been seen in so many of my videos, just because I say we're heading home doesn't mean that's the way we actually head. And it's not uncommon for me to change my mind multiple times as I'm going someplace, you know, to choose to take a different route or turn around and head home. And then I see a trail I've never seen before and I decide to go exploring. Sometimes I know exactly where I want to go and I stick to it. Other times I have absolutely no clue whatsoever and I just pick a direction and find a trail to follow, because from my house, we're so, you know, up in the woods, that in the mountains. From my house, I could literally leave in all 4 directions and hit nothing but forest, woods, mountains, creeks, because that's how little there is around Johnson Park, my little town of roughly 400 people or so. It's not even a town, honestly. It's just an unincorporated area that managed to get its own name. You need Jake, Tiny? Come here. Come here, honey. There you go. Yeah, that's good, huh? I could tell you were hot. I'm sorry I made you wait. I'm sorry. I was so busy talking. Here, want another? Want another drink? No? Alright. Let's hit the trail again. I had to wait till almost 6 o'clock to leave just to let it cool off, because it does get hot here in the mountains, because where we live in a valley, Burney Valley, and then there's a few other valleys. There's Little Valley and Big Valley up here, and those areas tend to get extremely humid. You know, hot, yes, but more so the humidity that kills you. Oh, she's got a we got Wild Kingdom going on here. Get him, Franny! I wish you could see her. What'd you get? What'd you find? Hey, sweetie. There's probably a bird nest in there, so let's leave him alone. Franny, no. Come on. If it was a squirrel, I'd be okay, but that's probably a bird nest. Come on. Franny, come. Good girl. Every day can't be a superstar day. Today's a feeling broke down and beat up and tired day. It's okay. I'm still enjoying myself, and that's what matters. That is all that matters. Right, Franny? Are you having fun? All right, little one. Let's grind on. You might be having fun running around, but I'm feeling every single push. But like I said, it is my very first trail ride in the 2 weeks or so since my last big 3-day weekend. So I'm not... When I was younger, I'd beat myself up over a day like today. Mercilessly beat myself up. But not so much nowadays. Hey, hey!
There's all the fish.
Yeah, I'm just coming back. Yeah.
How you been?
I've been fantastic.
Good.
I got this thing a few weeks ago, and it's opened up a new world to me. I tow my kayak with it. I go to creeks. The other day, I kayaked 2 miles of Burney Creek. Don't tell me you can't kayak on Burney Creek. Let me tell you though, I might as well have been in Colombia or Panama. I have a YouTube channel now where I share my videos.
Honey, what's
Handicapable Adventures. And the one that's the most recent was a 2-mile kayak trip down the creek. You would not believe what I went through.
Yeah.
I mean, because it's not used. Nobody.
Oh yeah.
So it's so overgrown. It's just insanity out there. Hey, Tony.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm heading home.
But anyway.
Good seeing you.
Yeah, good
Is
seeing
this your
you.
grandson or?
This is my grandson Wyatt.
Wyatt? Nice to meet you.
What are you up to? You out chasing?
Chasing him.
Oh.
Chasing me?
Yep.
Oh, what?
I'm to tell you your gate's open.
Oh, thank you. That's awesome. I love, you being able to use your gate was a lifesaver, because without it, it adds a half-mile loop to go that way.
You don't need that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't need that.
Yeah, I know. But anyway.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Hey, have a great
Wonderful
trip.
meeting you. Good seeing you.
Nice seeing you on the
Take care,
trail.
guys. You bet.
Wyatt, nice to meet you.
Good, bud.
Right there is where I let in and I covered 2 miles between going down to Morris Pond and then north.
Huh.
I came upon 2 different beaver dams. Dude, there were sections that were so thickly overgrown that I'm literally using my fucking paddle as a machete trying to hack my way through. I've got trees hitting my face, the GoPro's getting scratched, and it was insane. It was crazy. It's insanity. You won't believe what's in there, but you won't believe how beautiful it is too. Because, you know, it's so over-choked with trees. I was there right at sunset, or just before sunset, and the sun was just above the trees. So I'm coming through with rays of sunshine coming through the trees.
Grandpa quads.
Yes, and I'm a grandpa through and through.
Huh? Grandpa quads.
But you don't see many grandpas going out on solo 3-day camping trips and camping on
No.
Burney Creek in some wilderness fashion.
0. Well, one. just one. Yeah.
Yeah, I love getting out. This chair has been, God, it's the biggest blessing.
Maybe you inspired.
Live life on the wild side.
Yes, sir. All right.
Hey, take care.
Yep.
Thanks again.
Got a tire eater.
Yeah. Briny. Briny girl. Starting to see some signs of life through the trees. That means we're just about home. In fact, here's our trail turnoff to get to our back gate. But we take this left trail and it swings around to the back of our property. That's our back forest gate. Wonky as it is. Looks like we got quite a few people here. I love seeing all the activity in our backyard. It's always good to see people having fun and see the family all working together. Or playing together in this case. Had a good time.
Bye. You okay?
Yep.